Good morning, grade 10s. Not only do you need to be in the live classroom, ladies and gentlemen, but if you could also be in Blackboard, that would be fantastic. Give me those green check marks so I know that you are in both classrooms and that you're ready to begin for the morning, all right? Awesome. I see a couple of people just joining class here, and that's fantastic. So just as you guys are, perfect. You're getting my comments. Awesome. Just as you guys are getting set up here, and I'm getting back into the flow of teaching again. All right. I wanted to quickly remind you where we were last class and where we're heading in the next couple of lessons. So remember, we finished off looking at the overall industries of British Columbia and taking a look and becoming experts in certain ones and how it ties into that environmental factor, right? When we talk about geography and how the economy is linked to the environment and really how sustainable that can become. Now, what I want to do within this lesson, and it might take us over 2 days, you guys, I'm not too sure yet. It depends how much we get done today. Is now I want to actually take a look at a case study and really look at and delve into a specific economy and how it affects not only the geography and the environment of a town, but how it also affects socially and those different aspects. Okay, how it affects the demographics and around a population of a town. All right, so that's where we're going to go today, and then we're going to bring it in even more micro. And that's going to be into Kelowna. And then we're going to tie in our field trip next week that we have at the museum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's when that's where we're going. Taylor, specifically, I would like it in ASAP because I'll probably be marking that pretty soon. All right. So the BC Economies assignment, you guys should be done hopefully today, handed in today, so that you're ready to start this new assignment, in the case of Tumbler Ridge. All right. And that's where we're heading today, you guys. I want to look at a case study around a city here in BC, Tumbler Ridge. Okay. So I'm just going to clear the check marks here. How many of you guys have heard of Tumbler Ridge? Either just give me a green check mark, give me a thumbs up in Blackboard, or give me a red X if you've never even heard of that city. What I was thinking as I see the sea of red X's coming through on Blackboard, and that's totally fine. So I've got one person. Okay. And that's fantastic. That's great. Cause now you guys are going to learn something new, right? You're going to learn about a fantastic little city here in BC. All right. Called Tumbler Ridge. Okay. So that's where we're heading, you guys. We're going to take a look at Tumbler Ridge and how the economy has basically played a major aspect in the creation of Tumbler Ridge and why it was created. So you'll notice my little subtitle there on my PowerPoint, you guys. It was actually Tumbler Ridge is a case of an instant city. And we'll get into why that is in a few minutes. Oh, Abby, you haven't. I love when you guys are learning something new. So you haven't failed. Don't worry. All right. So here's your learning outcomes for the next couple of lessons, you guys. Okay. I can summarize what a boom bust cycle is. I can apply the theory of the boom bust cycle to a BC city, aka Tumbler Ridge. Okay. And you can design your own instant city to showcase the knowledge of how an economy will impact the environment. Okay. That's the big one. So probably, our learning outcomes 1 and 2 is what we're probably going to do this morning. And then maybe on Thursday, we'll get into actually designing our instant city. I have a feeling because our class is short this week, you guys, that's where we're going to be going. So here's our agenda for the morning, and it'll probably be split up between today and, like I said, on Thursday as well. So we'll start out with a video just to activate our brains. We'll look at the case study, and then I'm going to give you guys some time to create your own instant city, and we'll do some reflection as well. So let's start off with the video, ladies and gentlemen. In the assignment in Moodle, you guys, it's called Case Study of Tumbler Ridge. I want you to watch the video, okay? So it's about 2 minutes, 30 seconds long. And then with a partner, and I'll partner you guys up once we're done. In a private chat, I want you to explain in your own words what a boom bust cycle is. What does it actually look like? Okay. And then we'll do a quick little share out to the rest of the class as well. So take 2.5 minutes. Watch the video, come back into Blackboard, give me a green check mark once you've done watching the video, and then I'll partner you guys up for our quick little, our little activity. All right, go ahead and get started on that, you guys. Good, ladies and gentlemen. So that should have given you enough time to complete watching that video as well. So make sure you give me those green check marks, okay, so that I know that you've watched that video and are ready to participate in our partner talk as well, okay? So what I want to do next, you guys, is basically once you've watched the video, I want to partner up and I want you to share in a private chat with your partner in your own words how you perceive what a boom bust cycle is. Okay, so if you're ready to partner up, okay, can you just in the room, in the chat here, you guys, or sorry, not in the chat, in the participant box, can you just raise your hand so that we can kind of mix up the names a bit, and then I know who's going to be ready to actually participate. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm assuming if you are not raising your hand, you are not ready to participate and you haven't watched the video. All right. So here we go. So Ava and now I just got to erase this so I can actually read it. Ava and Alex, if you guys could pair up. Anna and Taylor, Andrew and Abby, Austin and Avery, and then Haley, you can, perfect, awesome. Haley and Belle. Belle needs like 20 more seconds and then she'll be ready to participate. Okay. So then let's take about 3 minutes to exchange our ideas back and forth. All right, what a boom bust cycle is, and then we'll bring it back to the class. All right, so go ahead and get started, you guys, on that one. Great work, you guys. Finish up what you're chatting with your partner, you guys. All right, I don't want to cut anyone off. But once you've had that chance to exchange ideas on what that boom bust cycle looks like to you guys, feel free to now type it into the chat, into the room chat, what your definition is. Maybe you want to expand on your definition from what you gave your partner because your partner added something in that you now thought, yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm actually going to bring up the chat as well here, you guys. And then you can see what everyone thought of for their definitions of a boom bust. And remember too, you guys, this video was very, very simplistic, right? It didn't go into great depth, and good. Yeah. So you guys actually made some really good comparisons as well, which is fantastic. I love that. That really puts a true, like you're really going deeper into your thinking to make those comparisons as well. Yeah, Ava, that's a great broad statement around exactly what a boom bust cycle is. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Good, you guys. Excellent. I like to see where everyone's thinking is at around this idea. And again, like I said, you guys, the video, it's very, very just basic, right? We just want to, I don't want you guys to get into the true like macroeconomics of what a boom bust cycle is. I just want you to have a general understanding of exactly, it's that cyclical economic up and down movement of exactly what you guys are talking about. Interest rates going up, right, or going down to increase the flow of money from people buying goods and properties and things they need. So it gets that economy booming. And then once it hits a high, because it starts getting too high, those interest rates drop or go up. And then it's people getting back down into the low, right? Where they start not buying as much, saving their money, potentially going bankrupt, right? It ties in with that recession idea. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love looking at that, right, Avery? How everyone has a different understanding, right? But at the same time, you guys all are hitting the core heart of the idea of what a boom bust cycle is, right? That is the main point of this. Yeah, exactly. Good, you guys. So now where I want to go with this, okay, is why I wanted to introduce you guys to that idea of the boom and bust cycle is because really that is what Tumbler Ridge is. And usually actually all across Canada, we see those boom bust cycles going around, right? But really in Tumbler Ridge, it's huge, okay? So Tumbler Ridge is an example of what it's called an instant city. It was actually created because for the purpose of bringing in a specific economy, which was mining. Okay. So they discovered this huge, deposit of iron ore in Tumbler Ridge, and there was a market for it in Japan. And they wanted to, export all of this iron ore to Japan, okay, to make money. So they actually developed a city, Tumbler Ridge, to increase the chances of it developing into a normalized city. They wanted to develop a city where they could draw people in through jobs, right? But then because of that, if there's a population there, then they were hoping, the services would come, right? Because people need stores, then they need a hospital, then they need transportation. So they'll need roads, right? They need infrastructure, all those things. But Tumbler Ridge is a really fun study because it has gone through many cycles of boom and bust. Okay. Huge. Interesting. That's an interesting comparison, Abby. Very interesting. So this is what we are going to do, you guys. I really want you to delve into looking at Tumbler Ridge now. All right. Within a group setting. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to assign you guys to a group, and I'm glad that we've got lots of people in class today. So now I can make probably about 3 groups, I'm thinking. And I've given you, absolutely, Taylor, it's both. Right now, Tumbler Ridge is actually going through a little bit of a boom again. So yes, absolutely. There are families that live there. And when they're in their bus cycle, it's almost actually turns into a ghost town. When I was growing up, Tumbler Ridge was actually considered a ghost town because nobody lived there, right? Like nobody. The mind shut down, and you guys are going to learn all about this. I want you guys to delve into this, not me telling you. All right. So using the resources in the assignment, I've given you tons of different websites, you guys, within there. Within your group, you can access that. What I want you guys to do is to create a mind map in your breakout room on the whiteboard, okay, that addresses the following topic: the past, present, and future of Tumbler Ridge and their economy. So you need to make sure that you are addressing those three aspects of the Tumbler Ridge economy: the past, the present, and the future. Okay. Now, whereas we're looking at the future, you guys might need to make some predictions as where Tumbler Ridge is going. Okay. Great question, Abby. Do you use words or pictures? I would say you're going to use both. Okay. Remember, it's a mind map. So you guys can do however you guys want to represent those things, but you're going to have to work as a group. Okay. And you're going to have to come up with a plan. Okay. So I've given you kind of a bit of a starting point for your mind map. Okay. Your group needs to begin with a map of BC. So kind of like what I did over here on this slide, you guys, you noticed I started with a map of BC. Okay. I've only screen captured a certain part of it, right? I've also included this map in the assignment as well. But you can see that I've highlighted where Tumbler Ridge is, right, you guys? So maybe some of you guys actually know a couple of these different towns, right? Dawson Creek, Fort St. John, okay? Tumbler Ridge is just south of there in that area, okay? So that's the area that we're looking at. So you guys can see where Mackenzie is. So even to put it in closer terms of Kelowna, we're looking northeast, okay, of Kelowna. That's really where we're looking. Okay, so let me head back here. So you want to start with that BC map, highlighting where Tumbler Ridge is located. Okay, that's going to be the center of your mind map. Okay. Now, you don't have to use the one from the course, but feel free, you can if you want to. All right. Then from there, what your group needs to think about, and I did include this in the assignment so that you can go back and take a look at this as well, okay? This is the questions that are going to help guide you through that past, present, future kind of timeline of Tumbler Ridge. Why was Tumbler Ridge created? Okay. What is the population of Tumbler Ridge? What are the demographics of Tumbler Ridge? Now, when I say demographics, what does that mean? Okay. What does the term demographics mean? I've actually included that in your assignment as well, so that you understand when I say the word demographics, you guys aren't like, what does that mean, Miss Ward? Okay. Does anyone actually know what demographics means? Feel free to type it into the room chat. Doesn't have to be a specific, just what your concept of what demographics is. I see some people typing and chatting, so I'll make sure. Give you some time. Yeah, Alex, you're kind of touching on it, right? When you say a specific section of a population, yeah, you want it, the demographics of a population is the breakdown around that population. Yes. So around age, gender, how much income do they make, right? What kind of, what do they do? That's what demographics is. It's about the population. Okay. Yeah. Demographics can even include a religious aspect as well, right? Breakdown of religion, okay? All those different things, okay? And like I said, you guys, I did include a definition within the assignment so that you guys can go back to refer to what demographics is so that you can include all that information. And again, demographics changes over time, right? If you're looking at the past, present, and future, the demographics of Tumbler Ridge has probably changed over time, okay? So be aware of that. What economies are located there? Okay. What has changed over time? Okay. Why do people live in Tumbler Ridge in the past, present, and future? What draws them to Tumbler Ridge? Because probably quite a few of you right now are being like, I don't know why people live there. They're crazy living in the north, right? So just be aware of that. All right. So now that's just a starting point. Those questions might lead to more inquiries around Tumbler Ridge that you might want to include in your mind map. Okay, you guys, I am not limiting you. This is just a starting point. But I really want you to make sure that your mind map answers that question, right? Or that inquiry. The past, present, and future of Tumbler Ridge and their economy. Your mind map must address that issue. All right? That is key. So, might take a big chunk of the rest of the class, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split you guys into your breakout rooms. I think we've got so it looks like we've got about 10 of you guys. Okay. So maybe we'll go, I think maybe we'll go, just 2 breakout rooms then. Actually, no, we're going to go 3 breakout rooms with approximately 3 people in each breakout room. Okay. And I am going to do that right now. And I'm just going to randomly put you guys into breakout rooms. Okay. So I'm going to make 3 breakout rooms and I'm just going to just randomly put you in. All right. So I'm pretty sure everyone's clear on what you need to accomplish. And then we'll maybe take let's start with half an hour and then I'll check up on you guys. All right. And we'll see how it's going. All right. So we'll take 30 minutes to start. So I'm putting you into your breakout rooms right now.